Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody waiting for us. Thank you. How's everybody today? I hope everybody is well. So real quick before I get started, I'm going to share this to my group and page so we don't forget that step. So come on in and let us know you're here. And I've got a lot of stuff to tell you about and a very special guest to talk about some really exciting things today too. So, okay, so I've got it shared there, and one more share, and we will be set. So please share this along as well to your pages, and I'll have a little bit more on that as well too. So, okay. The share part's always kind of weird to start off with, but we need a starting place anyway. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Caprina. Hi, Lori, Carol, Helen. Nice to see everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we have Glenda Mills, and she's joining us from the Energetic Wellness Services. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Glenda here and what she's going to talk about, and then I'll let her say a few things. So hi, Mary. Hi, Tina. Nice to see everybody. Hey, come on in. Hi, Maria. Thank you for joining us today. So first of all, I want to just get the disclaimer out of the way so it's done and whatever, you know. So we're not licensed physicians. We cannot diagnose. We cannot prescribe medications. And if you need medical care, please find your medical care and through a licensed physician. So, all right, get that done. Okay, so I've got Glenda Mills here. She is a life coach, energetic coach, Reiki practitioner, emotion code practitioner, and body code practitioner. And we met last year, maybe December-ish. I've been working with Glenda and her services since then, and it's helped me tremendously on some things that I needed help with. And I'm so excited to have her here on the show today. So Glenda, just take a moment and just say hi, and everybody say hi, Glenda, too.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for having me here and inviting me to be on your page live. I love it. I am excited. I've watched a lot of your BTV lives or Believe TV lives, and I've enjoyed all the shows. So it's pretty exciting to be here as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Yay. I'm so glad to have you. I worked with, like I said, worked with Glenda quite a few times, and she's helped me with some things that I really, really needed some help with. And we worked together, like her modalities and mine together. We're doing something together right now. And it's really, really exciting stuff with the emotion code and the body code. And I'm really excited for her to explain these to you. So we're going to take questions as well. But first of all, I want to tell you about a giveaway today. This is really exciting. So listen to the rules. If you want to be entered into the giveaway, you have to share this live feed. You have to type shared, and you have to like the live feed. So you need those three criteria to be entered to win, and I'll select a random person tomorrow who follow those rules there. And Glenda will give a 25-minute session for free to the random selected winner. And that's really, really exciting. So the more you hear about this, I think the more you might want to have that. So at the end, I'll explain that again. So please share, comment shared, and like the feed, and then you're entered. So also, at the end, there's going to be, you're going to want to stick around to the very end too, because there's going to be a activation code for everybody to help everybody in the group. It's designed to help everybody with whatever, you know, I can't say what specifically, but there is just a special activation code that will help everybody who's watching today and who will watch at a later date too. So if anybody's watching the replay, this will help you too. So watch the whole thing all the way through. And okay, so I think we're ready to get started. And if you have questions along the way, she's going to start talking about what the emotion code is. And if you have a question about what something that she says, please ask, and we'll touch on a few things. and just take it from there. So we've got a lot of hellos and welcomes and shares and loves, and hey, everybody's ready. We're ready to go. So thank you, Glenda.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so I'll just start quickly and talk about every day, every year, there's thousands of people that are spending thousands of dollars on trying to find that secret to improve your health or improve your wealth, improve your relationships. And, that was me too. I was there with them and I was doing the same thing. And it wasn't until I found the emotion code and I was able to finally see some results in a modality that I enjoyed doing. It was fun, it was easy, and so I was hooked. And so that's, of course, I met you, and I love doing this type of work. I'm pretty passionate about it. So what is it? The emotion code it's an alternative healing modality that is really focused on releasing trapped emotional energies from the body's field and, from the body itself. And you're like, well, how did I even get those? How do I even know? So what can happen is oftentimes if we are experiencing some really intense emotional situations, part of that energy can become stuck in our field and stuck in our energy fields. And I believe, in my belief system, I should say, we're all made up of energy, and emotions are no different, right. They have their own frequency. And so what's happening is that emotional frequency, and they're resonating with your body, they're at a different frequency, so they're not resonating well, and they're distorting your body's energy field. And so, excuse me. So what happens is over time, it compounds, right? And you can, if you're not processing through these emotions well, that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to feel an emotion. Emotion is a feeling. You're supposed to feel it, let it process through. But for example, like one emotion of the 60 that we work with is crying. And I find a lot of people will have that emotion trapped because they're not processing through and they're holding it in. And so next thing you know, you have this trapped emotion of crying, and continually these compound the energy body, and that weakens the energy field. And so you're leaving your body open for stress.
Right.
And this constant distortion of the energy field can later, come in as dis-ease in the body. And then what that's doing is just, it could later manifest as physical pain, preventing you from finding success because it's self-sabotaging. So it's just pretty amazing when you can release this. And we go back to, when was this? When did you trap this emotion?
Right.
And,
right.
Yeah. And when you're going through and you're finding this and identifying all these emotions, and we release them. We do it pretty quick with a magnet. This is a regular refrigerator magnet. And what we're doing is once we've identified it and we're bringing the awareness to that trapped emotion that's causing or contributing to the pain or whatever our concern was, we can release it with 3 swipes down the governing meridian, like this with the magnet. And that it's intention. Using, of course, it is all intention, right? It's energy work, but we're also magnifying the intention with a magnet. And we would swipe. We can also have emotions that are absorbed. We can also have some that we've inherited, and we would just swipe more for those that are inherited. And it's kind of fun process, and it's really easy to do.
It's kind of like a puzzle. I mean, I've seen you do it. It's kind of like a puzzle where you have a starting point of a question from somebody, and then you kind of eliminate things in a sense, and then you're kind of directed on a path, basically, to find out what the problem is. And then once you find it, then you can release it. Would you say that's how it works? Basically?
Yeah, exactly. And what we're doing to get these answers is, I'm using the process called muscle testing. I use my hands. Some people will use the sway test, or if you have intuition and you can do, you're really good at that, you can use that as well. And we're tapping into the subconscious mind, who already knows, your subconscious mind pretty much controls 95% of your day. A lot of things happen you don't consciously breathe. All of these things happen in the background through your subconscious mind. And so what we're doing is we're asking the subconscious mind these questions because it has everything stored in that you've already gone throughout your life. And so we're saying, hey, is there a trapped emotion that's causing or contributing to this pain I have in my foot?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is there a trapped emotion that's preventing my immune system from functioning optimally? Or is there a trapped emotion that's preventing me from experiencing more love in my life? And we just ask the questions based on the concern and kind of target it that way.
Okay. So I have a question here from Aisha.
Sure.
She's saying, is it good for autoimmune problems and fibromyalgia? And I know I have a lot of viewers that suffer from both of those, or together. They're kind of combined anyway. But so how would you go about helping somebody with this kind of situation?
I would use a process of both the emotion code and the body code, and I hadn't really talked about that, but it's a good segue. I have autoimmune problems, autoimmune disease as well, a couple of different types, and so I've used it successfully on myself. And now, again, I'm not a doctor, like Debbie said, but I've used it and gotten results by seeing my blood tests, you know, improve. And so it doesn't happen that way for everyone. You know, I don't want to say it's going to work for everyone. It just really depends, because Dr. Bradley Nelson, who created the emotion code and the body code, he determined that, in his belief, there are 6 primary imbalances that cause stress in the body. And one of them is energies, and that is where emotions are just a small piece of really the body code. And we look at pathogens in the body causing and contributing to this stuff. We look at toxins, which is a big thing. We look at misalignments. And so what I would do is I would use an approach that I'm asking the body, what's the root cause of basically the symptom? I wouldn't label it. Yeah. And I wouldn't label it as an autoimmune problem. I'd say, hey, what's the root cause of what I'm feeling? And then we would go further, and there may be many layers, you know, as I found and you and I have talked about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So we would target it that way.
So somebody that might have a lot of health problems, how would you explain you would go about that? Because I know I've been through that too. I've kind of had a lot at once. And when it hits you a lot at once, it seems like. So how would you address somebody that has a lot that they want to deal with? Where would you start?
Well, there's two things. I would first start with when we're naming the health problems, when we're talking about them, when we're asking the subconscious mind and the body, we really would start looking at the symptoms rather than labeling any of the diseases, like I mentioned. And then the second thing is, and I find this amazing, this was the second thing that hooked me with Dr. Brad and the emotion code and the body code, is that the emotion code is so powerful. And for someone who has a lot of health problems, and it sounds like I'm just saying, well, yeah, you can do it yourself and you don't need a practitioner. But the best thing about the emotion code is that Dr. Bradley Nelson gives it away virtually free. And you can just read his book. And for someone who has a lot of health problems, which is what I did initially, I just got it and started working on myself. And you can find a practitioner as well, and we always hope you do, because we are trained in it, and we've had experience. You know, we're knowing things, but it's so easy to use the emotion code. And the only reason I certified in it was because I wanted to share this with the world, right? I didn't want to I was doing my friends, my family. I wanted to take it to the next level. So I would really encourage you. You can even go to my website, and Debbie will post a link in energeticwellness.com, and you would just go / emotion code right there, and you can buy the book right on my website. You can buy it on Amazon, and I would start there. You know, I don't want to. If there's a lot of health problems, let's just start at one place, and learning to do this or talking with a practitioner is probably the first thing.
Right. Yes. I know our paths are so similar. It's just amazing, because I did a lot of self-healing before I became an actual practitioner of things. as well. And it's, once you get to that point and you see the results, you're like, wow, I can really help somebody. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So Yolanda says, trapped emotions from the past. Yes.
Is that past life, or is that past just like from your, this current lifetime?
Could it be both or either? Well,
yes and no. So I have found trapped emotions that were inherited from your parents. And, we've gone back to muscle tests. Is this trapped emotion inherited? Because it'll actually lead me to it. If it's inherited, I'll be led in that way, and we'll find out, well, whose side was it on? Was it on the mother's side? Was it on the father's side? And did it come from someone before the mother? But most often, we deal with the emotion code. We're dealing with mainly your emotions from throughout your whole life. And there's even some from preconception, and there's emotions that you absorb. Absorbed from others, and sometimes we have to know more. And I know we've done this before. Well, if you absorbed emotion, okay, so do we need to know more? Yes, we need to know from who. Your subconscious mind is pretty detailed in that it wants you to know where this came from.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It really is. Yeah. Michelle was in a severe car wreck and has had some severe problems. So what are your thoughts on this kind of thing here?
Something that we do in the body code is that there's something called a physical trauma energy. And when you're in a car wreck or something like that, the energy can stay from that trauma. And I haven't seen seen that come up yet for me, or for anyone yet, but we would ask, okay, so we would first have to take these concerns, and we'd have to break it down and find out where we'd want to start. And a lot of times I ask the body and I ask the subconscious mind, where do we need to go first for these concerns? And then we would sit, so the body's going to direct us to what would be most beneficial at the time and for highest good. Those are all things that can be addressed. And all things that have been addressed successfully. It's just a matter of, we really would need to target where to go first. And the root of a lot of the imbalances that were listed is usually trapped emotions. And although there would be, immediately the first thing that came up was a physical trauma energy that would need to be released. And that kind of stuff can be released as well, energetically. It's all intention, right? And we're intentionally releasing that physical trauma energy with the magnet to intensify and kind of magnify our emotion, our intention.
Right. You can also use this, can't you, for blocks for financial blocks, wouldn't you say, or relationship blocks, or anything that's blocking you for what you want, more or less?
Yeah, we do that. So that's a good thing that you mentioned that, and I'll tell you a story for everyone really quickly. Like, I call it like goals or desires, or your heart's desires, or your dreams. So oftentimes there's trapped emotional energy and other trapped imbalances or other imbalances that are preventing you from being in alignment with the goals and dreams that you have. Now, I came upon a time, and I'm still in this phase, where I wanted to release some excess pounds. And I'm like, I want to release 20 pounds. And I'm, muscle testing. And I'm like, what do you mean no? And what do you mean no? I was retesting, double checking everything. And so what I found out when I double tested is I went in to check it. I wasn't fully aligned. My subconscious mind wasn't fully aligned with that. And that was because there was some trapped energy of fear blocking me. And my body was saying it wasn't safe. So, wow. So that was an eye-opener. And I do this work a lot with clients. And some of the favorite work that I do is when you have a goal or an alignment, a goal that you want to be aligned with. And same thing with affirmations. I think they're wonderful, but if your subconscious mind's not aligned with that, say, like, I love money, that's a good one. I love money, do I? Yes. If you say it tested no, well, we'd want to find out, why aren't you loving that energy of money? And I don't mean like loving it, like I love money.
Right.
I mean, expressing and respecting the energy of money, and so yeah,
allowing it to flow to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I do that a lot with is my business happy? Is my relationship with my husband happy? Is my, there's many questions. It's in the art of questioning. And once you can muscle test, or you have that intuition, and I wish I did, a lot of the people on the call may have that. But when you have this, it's God's gift to be able to access these tools in my belief system. And so when you have that, it's just a matter, you're unlimited. The questions are really unlimited. We're not going to ask, and I don't want anyone to think that muscle testing is for asking about the future. We don't do that. We don't ask about the lottery numbers, because what we're asking for is in the body and the subconscious mind. And if your subconscious mind knew the lottery numbers, you might already know it. But of course it doesn't. We're just tapping into the body and the subconscious mind.
Right. It's just another form of alternative healing. There's so many out there, and this is something that I wanted to bring to the show because it's different. It's not as I don't know the right word, well known maybe. I don't know. That might be not quite the right thing either, but it seems like there's a lot of Reiki practitioners and a lot of other type of energy practitioners, but this is an energy work that is different than what others on the mainstream alternative, I guess, would be doing. I think this is going to get more and more well known. But you're the first person I had come across that does this, and when I learned of it from you, I was like, wow, what is that? I don't even know. And once I experienced it with you, it was just an amazing, amazing session the first time, and every time since then too. But it just felt so at peace afterwards. And it really did help me through the things that I was working on myself. So it's just an awesome, it's just another choice of an alternative therapy. So there's a lot of them out there. And if it resonates with you, that's great. If it doesn't, that's okay. You can try something else. So is there a way that can we maybe, I don't know, like demonstrate like a simple... take a simple question that somebody might have and demonstrate it? Yeah,
let's ask, and it'd be easier if it's not certainly one that deep dive, because
right, we'll have to keep it a little bit. We can't get too deep in today because we are limited with time.
Yeah.
So maybe if we could take like a simple question from a couple of people, let us know here. Let me scroll through and see if there's something that, that we can, do. So post a little question. If you guys have a question, post something that can be something that we can just address.
Like, is there a trapped emotion preventing me from this? Or
okay, yes, something like that.
Yeah, like, is there a trapped emotion preventing me from using my spiritual gifts, or having my spiritual gifts open, or causing this pain in my foot? Anything like that. Something you can identify.
Yeah. So Michelle is asking, how are you testing yourself?
How I test myself, so with muscle testing, you can, and if you're familiar with Dr. Brad's work, he uses the arm method sometimes, and that he'll also use the ring, trying to make it so you can see the ring method. I use this method where it is, so what happens with the body is that your body, if something is positive or is good for you, will generally, unless your polarity is reversed, it will generally test strong. So you can use this, and everybody can do this. For example, if you even want to stand up, you just stand up and take a deep breath and think about love. And if you're thinking about love, you should generally go forward, and I do a lot of, I can sway forward immediately. If you're thinking about war, you can go backwards. And I do this a lot, and I do a lot of energy work, so I can already start moving, in the, I can already start moving backwards when I think about war. So for me, I will either test this way, and that is just, so if it's strong for me, my ring will stay solid or together. And if it's false for me, like my name is Joe, Well, my name isn't Joe. My name is Joe. And I don't know if you can see that, but my name is Glenda. And what you do is you use the same pressure. I'm not giving it any different pressure. And so it takes practice.
Sure,
and,
of course.
Yeah, definitely takes practice. And in fact, there were trapped emotions that were preventing me from even being able to, I had to release some trapped emotions to help with my muscle testing. You can release trapped emotions for almost anything.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Lilia here. Problems with her feet. So is this one like a basic one that we can ask about?
Sure. We can ask Lilia, is it in the left foot or the right foot? And it's easier if I know what the symptom is, so that what the problem is, because I'm going to ask your body what's causing that symptom.
Okay. So Lily, if you want to respond to that, and we'll see if we can come back to that one. Jill, hi Jill. How about money block, please?
Yeah, that's a easy one and a fun one. I do this a lot. In fact, I have a whole set of questions, just probably about 50 or 60 questions just about that. So the first thing that I would ask is, can I connect with Jill's higher self? Yes, and I have permission. Yes. Okay. So does Jill have a block or any blocks? I'm going to kind of reword this. Does Jill have any blocks to receiving money? No. So let me ask that a different way. Is Jill having any money blocks in general? Yes. Okay. Is there a trapped emotion that's causing or contributing to and let me reword that. It's in the art of questioning. So what's the most important trapped emotion that we can release from Jill today that is contributing to this money block? Is it in column A? And I'll show you really quick. There are 60 emotions. This is what I am taking out when I do I don't know if you can see it, when I'm going to an event. And so I'm looking at these 60 questions. So where is that most important trapped emotion for Jill? Is it in column A? No. Is it in column B? Yes. Okay, so is it in B row 1 for Jill? It is. Is it effort unreceived? It is. And is this true? Yes. So when did Jill get this effort unreceived? And Jill, I hope you don't mind, we're going to tell everybody when you got it, if you're okay with that. Did Jill get this effort unreceived before she was 20? No. Before she was 30? Yes. Did Jill get it before she was 25? Before she was 25? Yeah. Before she was 24? Before she was 23? Before she was 20? Okay, before she was 20? Yes. Okay, so did Jill get it before she was 15? Before she was 16? So is it 100% truthful Jill got this trapped emotion of effort unreceived between 15 and 16? Yes, and so I don't know if that rings a bell for you, Jill. There might have been a period where you felt effort unreceived around that timeline, and you can, give us a thumbs up or thumbs down if you think that was true. So what would, do we need to know more about this effort unreceived for Jill? No. Sometimes it's fun to know more, and sometimes I'll have clients who want to know, well, where is it? Where is this energy? So we can ask if Jill's okay with that. We can ask, where is this energy at in this body? So trapped emotions are usually they form a ball of energy, and some energy healers can see them or feel that energy. And so where is this? Is this above the diaphragm for Jill? No, is it below the diaphragm? So it's on the left side of the body? Left side? Is it on the right side? No, it is on the left side. Is it near the leg? Above? In the gut area? So you've got some energy of effort unreceived. And how big is it? And this is just for fun because it's neat to kind of find these ideas out. Sometimes we can ask, are we allowed to know? Yeah. Is it more than an inch? Yes. Is it more than 2 inches? Yes. But let's ask the other way. Is it less than 5? No. Is it less than 5? Okay. Yes, it is. So is it 4.5? Okay. So it's about 4.5 to 5 inches of energy that is got this effort unreceived. And what we're going to do is, do we need to know anything more for Jill before we can release it? No. So what we're going to do is, in Jill, you can just enjoy the process. There's nothing really you need to do. Sometimes I like to have people run the fingers for the intention over the governing meridian 3 times. I sometimes do it more than 3. And did we successfully release this effort on receive from Jill? Yes. Now, there could be more blocks because energy comes in layers, and there may be many blocks. You know, we didn't just get these blocks that we have overnight. Just like I didn't.
Right.
Just like when I wanted to lose weight. Yeah, just like, you know, because I didn't miraculously lose 20 pounds when I said that or release those 20 pounds because there's layers.
Right, yes.
Yeah, and sometimes when we're releasing a trapped emotion from someone, about 20% of the time, there will be a processing period of 1 to 3 days where that person will experience the emotional processing of those emotions, and it can kind of result in vivid dreams. I've had people feel these emotions again, and it may feel sometimes like you're feeling worse those first 3 days before you're getting better, but it's just processing. And I find it mainly when they're bigger, they're more intense, or if it's a heart wall, you know, if it's something like that. So let me just disconnect from Jill.
That's wonderful. Thank you for the demonstration. And I'm going to get back to Lily's question also. We'll take as many as we can in just a few minutes. But since you've seen kind of a demonstration of what happens and how it works, I want to remind everybody, if you want to enter the giveaway for a 25-minute free session with Glenda, please share this this live feed to your page and type shared. And also like the live feed. And then tomorrow after 2, I will pick a random person that met that criteria, and then I will announce who won that 25-minute session. So if that's something that you're interested in, please do those things. And I just wanted to touch on that real quick. So,
and also we'll tell everyone, if you don't mind, to follow my Facebook page, Energetic Wellness Services, because I will be doing, I have an August giveaway. I like to give back, and some people don't like to give services for free, but I think giving away a session a month, and that will be happening on my Facebook page. So make sure, or the newsletter, so make sure you sign up.
Yes, so I will post her Facebook page again when we're finished, and this is posted after the show. So be sure to visit her page too, because I'm going to enter to win those contests too. All right, so here we're back to her with the foot problem.
Okay. Now let me just ask, do I have permission to, it's Lila? Do I have permission?
Lila?
I have permission to connect with Lila's higher self. Yes, so I'm going to connect with Lila's higher self, her subconscious mind, and we're going to ask, is there a trapped emotion, or was there a trapped emotion that's contributing to this pain on the top of Lila's right foot? Yes. So what's the most important trapped emotion that we can release from Lila today that's contributing to this pain on top of her right foot? Is it in column A? It is. And is it in row 1? A row 1? No. A row 2? Yes. Okay, so is it anxiety? Okay, and I like to double check sometimes. Is it anxiety? Yes. Is it despair? No, so it's anxiety. Now, when did Lila get this anxiety? Was it before she was 20? No, before she was 30. Yeah, before she was 25. Yeah. So did she get this between 20 and 25? Yes. So Lila, I don't know if that rings a bell to you. It's kind of a broad. This age that we're determining is probably about it could be 2 to 3 years, you know, on the other side. So this general age of 25 to 30. Do we need to know more about it? No. And can we go ahead and release this from Lila today? Yes, we can. And so I'm just going to take 3 swipes of the magnet with the intention that I am, you know, we're releasing that. And I like to internally say I'm filling the holes with love and light. It's not required, it's fun. And so were we successful at releasing that? Yes, okay. And there could be more, Lila. Sometimes, though, there have been sessions where it just took one release, and so the client felt much better, but it's case by case. Each one is different. That's
true with any healing modalities. It can be a one-time thing, or it can be an ongoing session for a while. Yeah. I found that true, too. So it's kind of what your body needs. Right. So, okay, we've got quite a few requests here. We'll try and do what we can. Like I said, we can't get to everybody tonight.
And then
but,
I disconnect. There we go.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So let me see here. Okay. Cynthia, happiness and joy are blocked.
Okay, so what I would say is let's ask, can I do I have permission to connect with Cynthia's higher self to check this out? And we do. So what is the, I'm not even going to ask if there's a trapped emotion, because more often if happiness and joy are blocked, there's could be what's called a heart wall. And what that is so it is, you can picture this and you can imagine layers of energy around your heart. So your subconscious mind wants to protect you. It's looking out for your own best interest. And if you get hurt and you feel some pain, what your subconscious mind may do, and I don't want to say everybody has one, but Dr. Brad says at least, I think, over 80% of people can have one. And so your subconscious mind is building this wall, and it's an energetic wall, and your subconscious mind will even pick a material that it thinks is super strong. And we'll ask here for Cynthia if Cynthia is okay with that. And we can find out how big this wall is. And when Dr. Brad checked his wife, he found out it was like, I want to say it was like 4 miles. So it just depends. I had a heart wall. When I released that heart wall, what can happen is, it's this energy of this wall is preventing you from giving and receiving the energy of love. And it's a huge block. So if we can ask for Cynthia if she's okay, does Cynthia have a heart wall? Is that what's causing or contributing to this? And it's true. I don't want to comment on and tell how big it is or anything unless Cynthia is interested in us doing that. But is there so there is a heart wall. If the person was asking and was coming to me for a session, we'd ask how big it is. It's not always able to remove all of the trapped emotions at one time, because as with energy work, there's multiple layers, like we talked about, and the body can only handle so much, and you also have to remember you're drinking water and staying hydrated. But what is the most important trapped emotion that we can release from Cynthia right now? Is it to help increase this joy or help release that block? Is it in column A? Is it in column A? So is it in column B? No, is it in column A? Is it A, row 1? And is this 100% true? Is it in A, row 2? I just want to check. No, is it abandonment? Is it betrayal? Okay, so betrayal. And is this true? So when did Cynthia feel this betrayal and it became trapped? Before 20? No. Before 20? No. Before 25? Yes. Would it be before 22? Before 22? Before 23? So sometime between 23 and 24, we'll round it off. This is true. Yes. And do we need to know more about it? We do. Is it true it's betrayal? And it's true that our age was correct. Okay, was this absorbed? Did Cynthia absorb it? Oh, she did. And do we need to know from who? No. And is this true? Yes, that's good, because it's hard without Cynthia right there on the,
Sure.
So do we need to know more before we can release this betrayal now? No. And so that was a really good example. We're going to release that from Cynthia. And this was somebody else's stuff, so that is really another good reason that you want to release these emotional energies, especially if they're not your own. And there's a lot of empaths that are, absorbing this stuff from their clients. They can absorb it from their family.
Yes, absolutely. Gosh, we've got a lot of requests here. So I have the feeling that we're going to be asking Glenda back to come back and do this again sometime, because this is a very popular thing I'm seeing. So
yeah, we can talk about the body code even a little bit more next time too. I love talking about that and how powerful that is too.
Yes. So I do apologize if we cannot get to everybody. Time is just limited, and I'm sorry. But if you want Glenda to come back, please say yes, have her come back, and we'll be sure to talk her into it. So
Okay, so love blockage. Do you want to talk about Bev's love blockage? Look at that really quick.
Yes, yes.
All right, so let's ask, do I have permission to check in with Bev's higher self? Oh, wait, is this true? Hold on. It says, show me a yes. So, do I have permission to check in with Bev Turner's higher self? No. So, and that could...
Does that mean because she's so guarded,
well, it
maybe?
could be.
Is she so guarded?
It could be. Is there a reason? So show me a yes. Okay, so when weird things happen, I like to re-ask questions and double check. So show me a yes. Do I have permission to check in with Bev Turner's higher self? No, I'm not able to. Now, is that, and that could be, is that because Bev is guarded? Okay, and is that because, do we need to know it? Are we allowed to know anymore? No, so that doesn't mean, and is this 100% true? Okay, so hold on, is this true? So do I have any permission to connect with Bev's higher self, subconscious mind to access these questions? No. Show me yes, double checking. And that could be, it doesn't.
Could that also mean that she needs to address something else first?
Well, you know, have a conversation with your higher self and your body and your subconscious mind. But I think, and this happens in other healing modalities too, you know, it just depends. You could be, if the body isn't prepared for that healing, the body won't accept it. So, you know, so even though Bev is telling me yes, energetically, I'm not able to connect with you. So show me a yes. So let's ask again, was I disconnected from Lila? Yes, because I did that. So, yeah, Bev, I'm sorry, I can't check in. Doesn't mean we can't another day, but there is something telling us right now that your body, your subconscious mind isn't up for this.
Okay. Maybe on a private conversation.
Yes, and that could be
maybe because this is a public forum. Maybe this is something that needs more privacy, a one-on-one.
Oh, and is that true? Yes. So is that 100% true? Yes. Oh, so is my name Glenda? Yes, I'm so okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so, because we're announcing, you know, what these emotions are, and it's not uncommon that they can spark.
Yeah.
Emotional, you can spark an emotional reaction. You know, I've myself cried, you know, releasing releasing stuff. So sorry about that, Bev.
So Bev, do check out her website and her Facebook page because, and share and like and share this today because, you know, to enter to win that session. But you can enter her other sessions on her Facebook page too. Okay, Michelle, we've got a lot going on here, so we cannot address everything here. So when you have somebody that has a lot happening, what would you want to start with something like this?
So what we'll do is we'll first double check in. So can we connect with Michelle's higher self? And we can. Is there, let's see, let me read through this. So Michelle's got a concern, and what we want to do is, Michelle, there's probably more layers to this for sure. If we were to address prosperity without pain, is there, what is the most important trapped emotion that we could release from Michelle today that would help her increase her happiness or experience happiness more in her life? Would it be in column A? Oh, is it in column B? Nope, it's in column A. Okay, is it in arrow 1? No. Is it in arrow 2? No. Is it in arrow 3? Yes. Is it crying? Is it the emotion of crying? Okay, this is one of the examples that I gave earlier, and I'm not sure, and Michelle can confirm or not. Maybe you're holding. Is this because Michelle was holding the energy in? Was she processing through it? No. And when did Michelle get this, trap this energy of crying? Before she was 20. Yes. Before she was 10. Yes. Before she was 5. Yes. Is this true? Yeah. Before she was 4. No. Between 4 and 5. Okay. So between 4 and 5, did she absorb it? Oh, did she absorb this energy? Do we need to know from who? Did Michelle absorb this energy from her mother's side? From her mother? From her father? No, from her mother. So Michelle absorbed the energy of crying when you were about 4 to 5. Yes. And do we need to know anything more about it? Yes. Is it true it's crying? Yes. Is it? Do we need to know where this energy is? Yes, your subconscious mind wants us to know. Sometimes we have those subconscious minds who like to know everything. Is it above the diaphragm? Above the diaphragm. Okay, it is. Is it below the diaphragm? To double check. No. Is it above the neck? No. Is it on the left side? Is it in the heart? That's why your body wanted us to know. Is it part of a heart wall? Yes. So there's a heart wall. And it looks like your body was trying to tell us that, because that will often happen if it needs me to know where. We could even go into detail if she wanted me to know how big it was. You know, I don't mind double checking the energy, but I really like to respect people's privacy, and I don't really want to announce how big it is without her, you know, because emotions are a private thing sometimes, you know, and sometimes they're not, you know, but a lot of times they're private. And
right.
Yeah, so I'm going to disconnect. She said yes. Was that yes too?
She said yes. Michelle, is that yes? Do you want to know the size of the heart wall? We can do that live.
And also, while Michelle's going through and answering that, you know, if your muscle testing is not working, there could be reasons. You know, there could be trapped emotions. You know, is there a trapped emotion blocking Michelle's muscle testing? No. So I'm not sure. Sometimes it takes practice to do muscle testing. And I think Debbie and I have had this conversation where I was telling her, I think it's like 100 times a day. So there is a lot to learning the muscle testing, but if you were to ask yourself questions, and I'm trying to develop a list of common questions that people can ask and put this together from a lot of my mentors and the questions that have been the most successful for me. So I'm really trying to develop this that I've just compiled from the best, you know. So hopefully we'll
that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll disconnect. Michelle didn't come back, but
yeah, I don't see an actual confirmation other than yes, but I'm not sure what the yes is.
And she can always ask me later. You know, just because we did select her to ask the question, I'll answer how big it was for her later if she. Oh, how can I fix me? Well, it depends, Michelle. You know, we have to start somewhere, and then we would have to decide where that is. We'd have to ask your body what's the most important thing, and there would be multiple sessions just from talking about, just from looking at the list, you know. And I'm going to be honest. And one thing I like to do is when people call for a discovery session, I offer a free 15-minute discovery session, and we'll usually release one trapped emotion during that because I like to show people what I'm doing. And if we're not an energetic fit, I'm going to tell the person, because I don't want to have a client that I can't help. So if we're not really an energetic fit, it wouldn't make any sense for me to say, yes, sign up, because it would be hurting us both. And it'd be draining for me. You wouldn't be getting any help. So I'll let you know on that free discovery session, and you can sign up on my website for that.
Yeah. So yes, Bev, all sessions are distance.
Yeah.
Right.
I can do, you know, I've done them for, you know, friends and family here, but they can be done both. But yes, I do them distance right now for everyone on the phone. And I do them all over. I have clients in London. I have clients in Australia. So all over.
It's amazing how we can just touch the world. I love that.
Yeah. So am I still connected with Michelle's higher self? Yes. So are we allowed to know how big this heart wall is? We can. Is it less than 5 inches? Oh, it is. Is it less than 4? Is it less than 3? Okay, so is it more than 3.5? No. Is it about 3.5? Yeah, so it's about 3.5 inches, Michelle. And you know, the subconscious mind will, during a session, during our private session, I would ask your body if we were allowed to know what it was made up of. which is fun to know. I've had people with heart walls made of crystals, diamonds, steel, wood. You know, it's whatever the subconscious mind has drilled in there already, that this is a pretty powerful material, and it will protect me, you know.
So if anybody really is interested to contact Glenda for a 15-minute consultation and just see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think this is so interesting. That's why I was so excited to have her on the show today. We're getting close to time. Unfortunately, these hours go so fast. Yeah. She wanted to do a special activation for all of us. So if we could get started on that, and then I'll have a couple little announcements after that, and then we'll see if we can get her back for another date.
Let's do this. So
we can all do this together.
Yeah, this activation will be for everyone on the call right now and everyone who listens to the replay. And what it is we're going to be activating an assisting frequency. We're going to activate it into your energetic field. If you do not want this activation, you can just say, you know, just to yourself or anywhere, you can just say, you know, no, I'm not open and to receive this energy. And what it is some of you may be familiar with it as well. It's another code. I find myself drawn to the codes, and this is the Anahata codes. And Anahata codes are assisting frequencies that were channeled from a very, very high source, high frequency. I've tested the energies of them, you know, through muscle testing, and they're channeled of various elements like crystals. And so it's the innate healing qualities and it's the essence of these things, crystals, codes. We have archetypes, we have sacred geometry, we have archangels. And so what we're doing is we're activating the essence of these within our field. And it's usually based on a response. Like so, and it's to balance the energy. All things I do balance the energy. So what happens is, we're all connected to universal oneness, and we all have access to these various elements already, like the crystal codes and the essential oils. We have access already, but what we're doing is we're activating them in your energy field. And so I am right now in the process of certification for this wonderful modality that Hollowell Anahata has. And so she's given us permission to do a sample for everyone. So I asked the question, I tapped into the collective, sorry, Karen, I tapped into the collective consciousness of the group, and I asked for the divine, I said, is there an assisting frequency that we could activate for everyone on the call and on the replay that would help them the most move forward, you know, in life? And so we were led to the assisting frequency of the trees, and in particular, this tree was the apple tree. And I just want to tell you, and I wrote these down, what qualities we are downloading today, and I thought it was really nice. So I asked as a group, and this is what the group requested. So the apple tree brings together, viewing the world through rose-colored glasses. It brings optimism, inner joy, playfulness, release of obligation, which is a good one. This frequency will help increase mental capacity and aid in learning and understanding. It encourages us all to relax and enjoy life, which is fun. So you'll get to see the process. We're going to do that together. And what everybody just needs to do is put your right hand, if you're willing to accept this code, put your right hand over your heart chakra. We're installing the code through your energy field through your heart chakra. And your left palm up, which is accepting the energy. And I've got my code here. I'm going to say it. All you need to do is accept it. Okay, and we ask for accept, align with, and hold this Anahata code. With gratitude, we attain the assisting frequency of the apple tree. 88927 3648 15 22 22 228. 88927 3648 15 22 22 228. 88927 3648 15 22 22 228. 88927 888-927-3648-1522-2228. 88927-3648-1522-2228. 88927-3648-1522-2228. 88927-3648-1522-2228. 88927-3648-1522-2228. And with both hands on your heart and over your heart chakra, take a deep breath. Breathe in with gratitude, and so be it. And so I move forward, usually means that that was successful. And so was that successful for everyone? Yes. So now what we've done, I should have told you in advance that, that I was going to say it 7 times. So you could have been prepared because it was a little lengthy. Some of the codes, there are thousands of frequencies, and Holly has these also free on her website. And so this is just another one of those modalities, and I like and I resonate with the types of modalities that give you access for free, and you really you can use it to heal yourself. And I'm about empowering others, and so are they, which yes, I love. And you really only need to certify if you choose to take this further in your services. So anahatacodes.com is where she's at. And hopefully you'll ask me back to really talk about those once my certification is done.
Yes, I am excited to hear more about the Anahata codes. So please let us know if you would like Glenda to come back and do more emotion code for us. And please let us know if you want her to come back and do Anahata codes for us in the future. And I would love to have you back. And thank you so very much for joining us today. And please remember, if you want to be entered into the giveaway today, please share this, type shared, and like this broadcast, and then you'll be entered to win. I'll close this at 2 o'clock tomorrow, and then I'll pick a random person, and I will notify the winner and connect you with Brenda for a 25-minute session with her. So that is really, really exciting. So let me see here. Hey, we've got Zane. Hi, Zane. Hi, Jamie. The numbers, how do they work?
So a couple of different ways. So the numbers are representing, they're numerical representations of, like, for example, what we did was the apple tree. These were channeled by Anahata herself to get the vibrational essence of the apple tree, which we downloaded, or any of the thousands. It could be a crystal or it could be an essential oil. And what we're doing is we're installing that frequency. So the universe works well with frequencies. There's a lot of numbers and stuff and when I come back, I can really go deeper for the sake of time for Debbie today. But we're installing that energy through your heart chakra into your energy field. And then you are activating a remembrance. What it does for you is it activates the remembrance of those things that we talked about. The joy, I think on my notes, we had some... here it was, releasing feelings of obligation. So your body's requested something that would help you guys bring inner joy, playfulness, release feelings of obligation, and really encourage us all to relax and enjoy life more. So that was I thought that was pretty fun.
One thing that we were talking about yesterday, just real quick, is the emotion code and the body code are releasing energies to help. But the Anahata code is bringing in positive energies to help.
Yeah.
Was that how you would describe it?
I do describe it that way. And it's like, so, right, we do a lot of work, and I do a lot of work releasing. And so having this frequency is where we're adding the positive vibration and the positive vibrational essence. So I find it fascinating, and I'm, right now, I'm not even halfway done with my certification, but it's quite powerful. Again, it's another free modality that I empower. I like to empower people. So if you're looking to learn more and to start healing yourself, these are things that you can do today just by going to the websites. I'm not trying to sound like a salesperson for them. I really am just trying to, sometimes I get so passionate about all of the free stuff that is on the web. And now it's not all good, but there's a lot that I really, really resonate with. And this was another one of those things.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So thank you so much, Glenda, for being here today. I'm so excited to have you. And I got a lot of yes, yes, yes. You want to come back? So we're going to schedule her for sometime in September, if our schedules work out. I hope so. And we'll be talking deeper and doing a few more codes for a few of you. And when this is finished, I will post her website again, where you can contact her for the free consultation, and also her Facebook page, and where she has the little contests every month. And again, if you have not shared and type shared, please do that and like this, so you are entered into the free gift giveaway. There's one 25-minute session that she's giving away, and I will announce the winner tomorrow evening. And good luck, and thank you so much, Glenda.
Thank you, and thank you, everyone. And look forward to coming back, and I look forward to seeing you on your crystalline sage page. I love that page.
Oh, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you all so much for joining us. Awesome conversation and learning today. We all learned so much, and I think this is very valuable. And I really hope it helps all of you in some way, and take what you learned and, grow from there and just see what happens. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Crystal blessings.
Bye, guys.